we saw how to add. During addition, we look for like terms. Like terms can be added or subtracted, and unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. So, in multiplication, it does not matter. Like term or unlike term, you can always multiply or divide. So, here laws of exponents play a very important role. So, please make sure that you have watched laws of exponents videos. Okay. So, in order to learn multiplication of algebraic terms, we classify them. So, let us start with multiplication of monomial by a monomial, and then we slowly progress towards monomial by polynomial, and finally end up with polynomial by a polynomial. These things become very important while deriving the equations for your identities. Okay. So, let us see this one. First category that we see is monomial by a monomial. So, monomial by definition is an algebraic expression with only one term. Let us take this example of 2x into 3x. So, how do we multiply this? Is that multiply numerical coefficients and multiply algebraic variables. For example, here 2 into 3, this becomes 6, and this is x into x by our laws of exponent, we know this one. So, this is x power 1 and this is x power 1, here x is multiplied twice. So, therefore, it becomes x raised to 2, or in other terms it is 1 plus 1, which is 2. Let us take another example. Let us say minus 3ab into 5a square b square. So, let us check this one. So, minus into plus, the answer will be minus. Here we do not care about bigger number sign. Then we have 3 into 5, which is 15. Then we are multiplying a and a square. So, a, it is power 1 and it is a square. So, a multiplied by a square by laws of exponent, you get a raised to 1 plus 2, which will be 3. Similarly, here b raised to 1 is what we have, and here we have b square. So, b raised to 1 into b square becomes b raised to 1 plus 2, which will be 3. So, it becomes 15 minus 15 a cube b cube. Let us take another example. Let us take minus 4 x square y square z cube into minus 3 let us say x cube y z raised to 6. So, how much would this be? Again, this is a monomial, this is also a monomial, they are all separated by multiplication. So, therefore, both are monomial, we are still multiplying monomial by a monomial. So, let us see what happens. So, minus 4 into minus 3, so it becomes plus 12, minus into minus is plus, x square into x cube, so it is 2 plus 3, which would be x raised to 5. Then we have y square into y, which will become y cube, and then z cube into z raised to 6, which would be z raised to 9. If you do not know how to multiply, I strongly suggest you to go and look for exponents videos. Okay, let us take another example, minus 3x square by y into, let us say, x cube by y square into 6. Alright, so now how do we multiply? Again, this is a monomial because all the variables and numerical terms are separated by into or division. So, therefore, it is a monomial. This is also a monomial. So, how do we multiply this one? Is that you simplify first algebraic term. This is 1s are 2s are, so it is minus 1 by plus 2, which will be minus 1 by 2. X square into x cube would now become x raised to 5, and y into y square will now become y raised to 3. So, all in all, it is minus 1 by 2 x raised to 5 divided by y cube. Let us take another example, minus 3p square by q cube, q raised to 5 divided by minus 6p cube. Again, this is a monomial because they are all separated by multiplication and division. Here also it is a monomial. So, we are still multiplying monomial by monomial. So, as I said, first simplify numerical term. So, it becomes 1s are 2s are, and minus divided by minus will now become plus 1 by 2. And we have p square here and p cube here. So, by division law, you have to get 2 below with the laws of exponents. So, get this 2 below. Now, it becomes p raised to 3 minus 2 in the denominator. And this is q cube and it is q raised to 5. Since 5 is greater than 3, we get 3 above, and that becomes q raised to 5 minus 3. So essentially it becomes 1 by 2 q square divided by p raised to 1. So it is q square divided by 2p. Let's say one more example. Let's say for example, let's say minus 4a square b square c square divided by x square y and 2 minus 8ab square divided by c square y square. Nothing, it's again simple. Although there are so many terms here, it is still a monomial. This is still a monomial. We still multiply them. So first let's simplify numerical terms. So minus 4 into minus 8, it is plus 32. Then find a term. So here we have a square, and here there is a, and there are no more a's. So a square into a, then it would be a cube. Let's find b term. We have b square and b square. So b square into b square will become b raised to 4. Then c. Here we have c square in the numerator. Here we have c square in the denominator. So you can bring this to above. So it becomes 2 minus 2, which is c raised to 0, which will essentially become 1 at the end. We will see. Then we have x term and y term. So x term, here there is one x term. Here there is one more x term. Since this 2 is bigger than 1, so bring 1 to the denominator, it becomes x raised to 2 minus 1. And similarly y, here it is 1 and y square, so this becomes y cube. So let's simplify this one. C raised to 2 minus 2 is c raised to 0. This term will become 1, and this is x raised to 1. So final answer would be 32a cube b power 4 divided by x y cube. This will be the final answer. I hope you understood how to multiply monomial by monomial. Make sure that you understand this one, because this is the key to multiply any algebraic expression further.